I kind of have an addiction to speed and adrenaline, and it definitely helps fuel that. There's no better rush than going as fast as you possibly can, trying to beat someone next to you. My name's Joseph Zelenak, and I'm a drag racer and car enthusiast. What first got me into cars really was my brother Andrew. He got his '95 Mustang. It was, had a big cam in it, heads. Thing was really fast. I was only 15. That was the coolest thing ever to me. I wanted a fast car after that.
I drive a 1998 Pontiac Trans Am.
This car was actually the first car I ever bought. I got it when I was 16, and it was just stock. It had, an exhaust, long tubes. But over the years, it progressed a little bit. Now it's a iron block truck engine with poured and polished heads from a Corvette, the biggest cam that I could physically find, and all forged internals with a Ford 9-inch and a huge set of slicks for it. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money making it really fast. I feel like there's a lot of things that really actually drive me to make my car fast. One of them is that I always try and challenge myself. The other one is I enjoy cars, so that helps when you just enjoy what you're doing. Another one's my friend Chris. Always seems to have a car faster than me, and I'm just striving to beat him.
Hi, I'm Christopher Lauder, and I'm a gearhead. My relationship with Joey can be summed up pretty easily as a friendly rivalry. It's nice to have a competition, someone to compete against, even if it's fractions of a second here and there. It always gives you a better goal and something to move forward towards. I like efficiency, so I'll take things that were good and make them better. It started when I was younger and I was into bikes. I'd take them apart, put them back together, and fix them and modify them, and it kind of evolved in the cars. My father told me he always knew it would involve in the cars. It was just when and where that would happen.
I drive a 2005 Subaru Impreza.
I built this car out of two different cars. I got one that was just an automatic, low car, drove out to the middle of Long Island with a trailer, didn't even test drive it because I knew I was taking it apart. The rest of it, I drove out to Pittsburgh, same truck and trailer, bought a wrecked car with the intentions of taking it completely apart. From there, me and a friend spent a month and a half straight every single night, tearing one car completely apart, tearing the other car completely apart, and just kind of mashing the pieces together. It's been a long road. I think it's about 3 or 4 years now I've had this car, and yeah, I don't regret spending a penny. Worst part about my hobby is probably how much money it costs and the downtime when you're waiting to get the money. I've had days where I've gone to the track, only got about halfway down the track before I needed the tow truck home.
When my car's broken, I try and do everything within my power to get it back together and improve it in the process, because odds are that was a weak point and it's gonna break again.
Oh, the money he spends on his car. I'm not thrilled about that. But at this point in his life, he's living home, he's young, this is the time to do it. I'm Marianne Zelenak, I'm Joseph's mom.
And I don't want to be in that situation where I have to tow my car home, because nobody wants to be that guy on a trailer.
I guess in order for me to keep having this as a hobby, I really learned how to prioritize. I could easily spend thousands and thousands of dollars on my car, making it go faster, but that life doesn't really allow you to do that all the time. I mean, I recently bought a house, but even when making decisions like that, I bought a house based on the garage space. I bought a garage with a detached house. The day at a track can start off really simply, just figuring out if you have the time to get there, but there's always the day or two ahead of time, making sure everything is working correctly. Sometimes you have to go as far as changing tires.
That way you could actually hook, your car doesn't just blow the tires off immediately. You don't want to blow the car up because you didn't check the oil. You want to make sure all your
Fluids and all that stuff to make sure
there's nothing that's going to break.
in order to not have a bad day at the track. Bad day at the track is better than a good day at work. A lot of times when you have a bad day at the track, you end up with a lot of just mangled pieces of metal, and some of them hold some sentimental value. I mean, I have this is just a piston from one of the engines that blew up. And as you can see, it melted a lot. So I hold on to it. It's a nice memory of what could happen and what did happen sometimes.
Then there's always fear as a parent that something's going to go wrong, and you want them to live their life and be happy, but you don't want anything bad to happen.
I am always nervous that there is a possibility I can hit the wall and ruin the car. It's a terrible feeling to think of all the hard work and time you put in there could just be ruined in an instant because of one little mishap that happened that could have been avoided.
Every time I go to the track, there's always a little thing in your mind that guy next to you might lose control and crash into you. You may blow a tire at 120 miles an hour and hit a wall. There's really no getting around that. Am I nervous about it? Absolutely. Am I worried about it? Not as much as I should be. The safety precautions that they make you abide by are usually there for a reason. And if something happens, I'd probably be okay.
But you have to look past that and not worry about something like that, or else you'll never actually want to go to the track and have a good time. My ideal track night would be, with a couple friends.
Record what you did and
There to support you,
give you advice,
help you out.
spend time with you, because a lot of times you're just sitting there by yourself waiting for your turn to go.
Kind of sucks going by yourself.
I've spent a lot of time going to the track by myself.
It's always nice to have friends around that, support what you're doing.
The best part about having this as a hobby is definitely just being able to tear into something and get lost in a project. You can just make it the way you want.
He's doing it the right way. He's doing it at a track. He's doing it safely.
When I'm not at the track, I'm building stuff to go to the track, or I'm at work. I go to a lot of car meets whenever I can, whenever the car, isn't broken.
I like to go to car meets and car shows where there's other car enthusiasts that I could talk to, talk about the hobby with.
I like to go out and make friends.
I'm usually always around something car related. It's what I like doing. I don't do much else.
Building engines, helping friends build their cars, whether we're going to the track or not, it's still something that I really do enjoy.
They all tell me stuff, how it works, and I try to remember as much as I can, but really, this is going to sound terrible. I don't care. It works. I like his car. It's a cool car. I mean, it's a cool looking race car.
There's a lot of things I like about my car, but probably the favorite thing about my car is how much it lopes at idle. It just sounds like horsepower.
My favorite part about my car is that it's a sleeper. My car doesn't look fast when I'm out driving it around, so if there's someone like a police officer next to me, he doesn't look at me twice. Like, everybody loves the big thumping V8, which attracts a lot of attention, but the downside of that is it attracts a lot of attention, sometimes unwanted attention.
Oh, his car absolutely does. It draws unwanted attention and wanted attention. The unwanted attention is people assume when you're driving your car down the street because it's loud that you're going fast. It's not that you're going fast, it's that it's loud. And there are times that I know he is driving it too fast, but I can't control everything he does. He's a big boy now.
My favorite car smell's gotta be race gas.
Race gas,
Tire smoke from a burnout.
burnouts. Vaporized tire is a completely different scent than I think I've found anywhere else.
Or a mixture of both is pretty good. I love it.
He's doing something constructive, so I'm proud of him.
So there's something about having a fast car. It's never fast enough. It may feel like it after you do a couple things and get a couple more horsepower out of it, but after a while, it just starts to feel normal, and I don't like normal.